Hello and welcome to News 9 Facebook Live with me, Adarsh Vepachedu. Over-dependence on mobile phones, laptops, tablets, essentially gadgets is a real thing. This very overusage and over-dependence on gadgets has also proven to be a massive threat for our safety and security. Cybercrimes have become a norm and they have only increased during the pandemic as hard cash gets rarer and online payments become the order of the day. In the latest, National Security Advisor Ajit Doval gave out a startling number. He said that cybercrimes have increased by a whopping 500%. The reason? Limited awareness and poor cyber hygiene. No matter how safe we think we really are while we are on our devices, there is a real danger we are all exposed to. So how do we ensure our data and money are safe? To talk to us about the kind of cybersecurity threat that is lurking and to give us some tips for maintaining good cyber hygiene, we have with us cybersecurity expert Shubha Mangala joining us live on the broadcast. Many thanks, Shubha, for speaking to us. My first question, NSA Ajit Doval says cybercrimes have gone up by 500%. Is that number surprising to you? The more we depend on devices, greater is the opportunity for malicious actors to carry out their misdeeds, isn't it? And obviously the pandemic only seems to have amped up all of it. Your thoughts?
Yes, of course. Anyways, the number doesn't surprise me at all because we know that it's more than 500% what we are seeing the cybercrime today. And as you rightly said, after this pandemic situation, we are completely onto the online now. Whether it is for the business, personal, or it is for the transaction or the communication, we are depending on online. I'm very sure the crime rate is increasing because the first thing I noticed is most of the people who are using the smartphones or the internet, how much they are aware about the usage or the technology or the concept they are using on. I'm very sure most of them, they are not aware how the smartphones are being operated and the applications, what they are downloading, they are not aware what is the content it is being included or if there is any kind of cyber virus, what we call it as the malwares in our technical language, whether it is being having any virus involved in the applications or it is there something which is running as a backdoor entry for their websites, whatever they are using. So they are not aware of all these things. They are just understanding that it is a smartphone, what they can use to communicate and exchange the information. But having the less knowledge, yes, of course, it's welcoming the cybercrime. At the same time, we know that there are a lot of opportunities which are waiting for these guys, that is the cyber criminals on the cyberspace to go ahead and hunt for the people or become the predators to see that whether it is at the age of 4 or at the age of 70, we are seeing the people on online at every time.
Correct indeed. Now, given the widespread usage of devices, as you were just pointing out, across age groups, we have people all glued to their screens. Given the kind of situation, aren't tougher regulations and obviously more stringent punishment the need of the hour? The government is talking about a new National Cybersecurity Strategy 2020. What is your expectation from that?
Expectation is more. As being a cybersecurity expert, we have seen the different kind of cyber crimes in every vertical today. You name it, whether it is a food processing or the entertainment or it is IT, power grid, you name the vertical, we have the cybercrime existing over there. Getting the policy right for the common man, for the companies, for the government itself, and for all the age groups becomes mandatory. That becomes the first thing. And before we implement any sort of the policy, we request the government to go ahead and have the awareness program spread across for all the geolocations in India, irrespective of the age group. They have to be aware, saying that what is it which is pulling them to be the victims over there. And apart from this, we need to have the well-versed rules which talk about, because right now we know that we are having IT Act 2008 and Amendment 2010, what is running. But when we talk about the hacking, we are having different flavors of hacking. But in IT Act, we talk about only one section for it. So we would request them to go ahead and have the granular level of policy built, even in the IT Act, saying that whenever it is hacking, we have the phishing involved over there. As an example, I'm talking about. So there are so many things which are involved in the hacking also. For each hacking part, we need to have the IT sections which is going to be implemented and which is going to be the result of the punishments. And apart from these things, the main important thing what we are expecting from the government in the 2020 policy is to have the monitoring sector, which has to come up for state-wise and the national-wise, where we will be having the ingress and the egress of traffic monitors. That means incoming traffic and outgoing traffic of the internet has to be monitored to understand whether it is going to harm my country or it is coming as a business for me. So it has to be monitored.
Okay, so stringent regulations and more efficient monitoring seems to be the biggest demands that cybersecurity experts like you are having from the government at this point in time. But yes, when it comes to the end user, we're being told that having good cyber hygiene and being cyber aware are paramount at this point in time. Please tell our viewers as to how we can ensure we are safe. Isn't everything in the end in our hands?
Not at all. As I was talking about the policy from the government, whenever it is an application, are we checking saying that whether it is a license application, we are downloading it. At the same time, we are requesting the government to say that we need to have a committee or a standard board where we are going to set out the licenses for these kind of applications which are being developed, where this committee will be checking how safe and secure the application is. So, at this position where we are not having any kind of licensing part, as a common man, you have to check in saying that how secured is that application what you are downloading. And then comes saying that there are so many lot of free applications which are running where we are having the premium version, that is the paid version also. Why this difference is? And we are getting a lot of informations and the data which are available online. So why it is coming? Why are we not questioning? Say example, I'm getting a call from some bank saying that I'm getting a personal loan or some insurance. How are they getting my number? Why am I not questioning? Being a common man, we have to question saying that where they are getting my data. And when it comes to this phone, that is the hygiene what we are talking, the cyber hygiene.
Yes.
When it is the cyber hygiene, the first thing is get the awareness. Know how your phone works. Second thing, don't download whatever the application which comes into your mind or whatever you see with your friends or family members. Don't download that. And the important thing is whenever you are having all nonsense applications running on your phone, don't use the online banking on when these applications are being running over there. When you are having some kind of applications, I mean to say the SMS or the WhatsApp messages which are coming up with the links, don't click it if you are not aware about the sender who is sending it. And when you have a doubt saying that your phone or your laptop is acting weird, please know that it might be hacked. So do complain or get it checked with the cybersecurity experts. And whenever it is a sensitive data which you're going to store it in your phone or it is with your laptop, then don't get those devices connected to internet so easily. Because the moment the data is online, nowhere it is going to be secure. So the big mantra on cyberspace is nothing is being sold free. There is nothing called a free meal online. So whenever somebody is giving you some free applications or free data or something which is very free offering on online, do understand that there is some hidden agenda behind that. So with all these things, I am very sure being the parent or the teacher, you have to go ahead and give the guidelines to your youngsters at home saying that how secure they have to be operating their mobiles, because nowadays the classes are going on online with their mobile phones. So that also becomes, or that also being the biggest cyber hygiene part for us now.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Well, we hope that you've gathered all of those tips from our cybersecurity expert. Many thanks, Shubha, for joining us on this live broadcast and for shedding light on the kind of cyber crimes, the number of cyber crimes that we're getting to see, especially during the pandemic, and as to how we need to ensure that our credentials, our data, our money is kept safe with us. As you just heard from the cybersecurity expert, make sure that you're cyber aware and do not fall for these malicious attempts, malicious attacks by all of these actors who are not there to do any good for you. Yes, keep yourself safe, not just offline but online as well. That really is the need of the hour. If you've liked the information that we've shared with you, do not forget to like, share and subscribe to News9 on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. Many thanks for joining us.